Send nudes to minors, James.
Hey, alright everyone, I hope you're good, I hope you're doing well. I'm not too bad myself, actually. Like and sub to the channel right now to instantly be beautiful. Ha! Just kidding. Anyone who already watches my videos already is. Take that. I'm switching up the content a little bit, bringing you some Race with Ryan gameplay footage for today. Because look at it, look how beautiful. Better than Mario Kart, better than Garfield Kart. It's gonna really help with today's topic of discussion. James Charles is probably a name that sends shivers down a lot of your spines. It makes my skin crawl every time I hear the name, and especially in recent light with a lot of things that this character has done. We're all too familiar with the controversies that he's gotten into in the past, 3 years maybe, but especially with the recent one. I'm not going to be talking about that per se. As you know, by clicking on the video, obviously, why'd I say that? You are gonna witness me looking at the bare minimum of what a YouTube creator can do when getting into this kind of shit. Doing an apology video. Yes! Yes! We all love apology videos on this platform, especially YouTube. Whenever a new one comes out, they make a trend, they put it on the trending page. I don't know if his one did though. But anyway, so James Charles made a apology video on his controversies that happened. I'm gonna try and see if I can talk about most of this without getting demonetized in the future. Hopefully I don't, but you know, it wasn't the best one, and I don't think many people have really seen much of it or really have taken a listen into what it's actually about because people are still defending him. People are still deciding to give him a platform, and it's not right. So I'm going to be watching this apology video, I'm going to be breaking it down, and I'm going to be basically telling you, just stop supporting him if you do. I mean, I'm guessing a lot of people that watch my content probably don't support him, thankfully. But, I mean, after this, hopefully we're all going to realize this guy just should stop having a platform. So this is actually going to be the first time me watching a James Charles video. Unfortunately, I wanted to try and avoid it throughout my whole life like a plague, but that's not going to be happening. So let's get into it. Let's watch it.
Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Alright, I think we can give some credit. He's learned from the past of making shitty apology videos. He didn't, start off with turning on the camera. He didn't do a deep sigh or anything, but at the same time, he seems very overly joyous and overly positive for what he's about to be talking about today. So that's a little bit concerning, but you know what? We'll keep going. It's only the first couple of seconds.
First of all, wow, it feels so weird to say those words out loud. Oh my gosh, it has been a really, really long time since I've been down here in the makeup studio, but it feels really good to be sitting here today. I have missed you guys more than you could ever imagine.
Kind of ironic considering nobody missed you, but okay.
It kind of feels like the world is finally getting back to normal with all the vaccines and stuff. I got both my shots over the past couple of weeks, which has been amazing.
If we're real here, I think the only shots that James Charles is getting is back shots.
As you know, over the past couple of months, I have been offline. After I posted my last video, which was holding myself accountable, I felt as though it was really, really important for me to actually hold myself accountable and take a major step away and do a lot of work behind the scenes until I was ready to come back.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, remember that video that he uploaded? The first kind of apology video addressing the controversies? The video that he uploaded on April Fool's Day, a day where anyone would not be able to take anything seriously. I still find that hilarious though. The fact that he uploaded that on April Fool's Day just shows how much of a joke all of this is to him.
I really want this today to just be a super honest, raw, unfiltered,
scripted,
sit-down conversation between myself and anybody else who wants to listen. I've really come to terms with a lot of different issues that I have been ignoring for quite a while now, and once again, just talk a lot about the growth and hopefully be able to not move on from the situation, because I don't think that that's the appropriate language to use, but hopefully move forward.
You know, from the sounds of it already, especially with that last sentence, it almost seems like James is depicting himself as the victim. I wonder if that's going to be a common theme in this apology video.
For today's video, I really want to get ready together for a few different reasons. One being I miss doing makeup so much, and I really want to do a pretty look in today's video.
And there it is already. There is the first red flag of this video. The fact that he isn't really treating this seriously. He's not even calling it a apology video. He says it's a conversation, a little talk, if you will, while he puts a lot of powdered makeup shit on his face while he talks about grooming underage fans. Yeah, that's definitely gonna help your case and not make you look like a literal clown at all. Like, I get it, alright? You don't want people to make memes of the fact that you're sitting on the floor crying, you know, doing the sign, every other cliche in a YouTuber apology video, but this is almost worse. Honestly, it's like you're treating it like it's just any other video, but you're talking about all of this like serious shit that most people would go to jail for. But nah, you just get to upload videos and make fucking millions on this video.
But also, too, when I posted my last video, one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I got was that it felt really, really ingenuine and scripted. And that really, really sucks because that video was not scripted.
So then I said fuck you and made this one scripted instead.
As you guys know, I posted my Holding Myself Accountable video, and in that video talked about how basically 2 guys had come forward with stories on social media about how I had inappropriate contact with them when they were under the age of 18. Now, when this was all going on, my first reaction was to be super upset because I did mention in that video that they had lied to me about their age and that I absolutely did not groom them.
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know ever at all? Yeah, okay. So it's not like this person here had it in their bio that they were underage. Nah, you just must have definitely not have seen that at all. Like, I don't understand how these influencers that make these apology videos can just continue to lie even in the apology. Like, why is it so hard to say, yeah, I did this thing. I realize now that it is wrong. I am sorry. I will try to get better and never do it again as long as I live. Like, it is not that hard.
And my first reaction was to post a no more lies style of video, debunking everything and fighting back and everything. And then I really had to sit down and reflect and look back at myself and my actions and things that had happened. And I really realized that at the end of the day, as the adult and the person with the platform, it was 1000% my responsibility to be doing my due diligence and checking into the people that I was speaking to, and I failed to do that.
The actual fact that he admitted that he was going to make a different type of video that was going to be very contradicting and probably extremely aggravating was just shows the type of person that he is. Like, at the end of the day, we all know that he isn't sorry for what he's done. He's sorry that he got caught.
I felt like this is just another James Charles scandal that I could easily move on from like nothing ever happened. And I really feel as though it's important for me to just address right away that that is absolutely not the case in any way, shape, or form, and that could not be further from the truth. First of all, I feel like calling this a scandal in the first place is just not an appropriate word to be using.
Yeah, no shit, pal. I think the appropriate word would be a federal crime.
This has been the worst but most important wake-up call of my entire life for a lot of different reasons, and this is by far the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to me. This is by far the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to me.
He is literally calling getting caught sending sexually explicit messages and probably his fucking cock to his underage fans a embarrassing thing that happened to him. Like, he's gonna look back on this in 10 years like it was something bad that happened in high school, and he's gonna like wake up with a cold sweat like, oh my god, I can't believe I did this embarrassing thing that in most cases probably could have gotten me put in fucking prison. It just shows how much, like, he doesn't give a shit. Like, he just does not care about what he's done, and he will most likely do it again. I am absolutely not on his side. I genuinely feel like that he will do it again. What he's basically saying is, oh, I'm sorry I did it. I'll try and do it more subtly next time so I don't get caught.
I spent 2 years, changing my behavior, changing the way that I went about dating and flirting with guys. I worked on rebuilding my brand and my social media presence, and now, 2 years later, that this is happening again, even though the situations are not connected, even though it's a different thing, it really looks as though I have made no progress. I haven't listened. I haven't learned. And
that is absolutely the case. I'm a horrible person. Goodbye.
I am aware that, no matter what I say in this video or 10 videos down the line or a year's worth of videos down the line, these stories and accusations are going to follow me for the rest of my life and the rest of my career. And that sucks so much. It's not even funny. And it's so horrifying and embarrassing.
They're gonna follow you your whole life. I don't know about that. Yeah, that's actually true. Maybe it's the fact that you're a fucking nonce.
I do want to take some time in this video today to just shed some light and further information on some stories, that either did or did not happen and that I saw being spread on social media while I was gone.
You just gotta love the fact that in this shot, he puts in his own branding while he's talking about this. Obviously, that's like his own makeup thing that he promotes or whatever, but he's literally flat out promoting it without being subtle about it. It's like you watch an Adam Sandler movie and you see him drinking Red Bull or some shit.
I am just not comfortable with this video, or really any video moving forward, allowing anybody, let alone my followers, to think that there are any victims of James Charles, let alone 20 victims of James Charles, because that is completely, unequivocally not true.
There's absolutely no victims at all. Let me look up the definition of a victim real quick. Victim: a person who is harmed, injured, or killed as a result of an accident or event or action. Second definition: a person who has come to feel helpless and passive in the face of misfortune or ill treatment. You know what? Keep that in your head for a bit. Keep that little definition in your head, and we're gonna watch a bit more to see if that rings true to the rest of the video.
Why does this keep happening to me? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I just find somebody who likes me for me? But I finally realized, and like I talked about in my last video, I was allowing myself to be so easily accessible to literally anybody who wanted to give me attention and have a conversation for 5 minutes, because I was so delusional in thinking that the conversation can't hurt. Maybe it'll actually lead to me finding, the one.
There we go, guys. There it is. That's there. Apparently his excuse to being sexual with underage fans. He was lonely. That's all there is to it. There's nothing else. That's all. We can forgive him now, all right? We can give him a bit of sympathy. This is literally what no pussy does to a motherfucker.
The last thing that I kind of want to talk about is that I know when I upload this video, there's going to be a lot of people that say, okay, cool, James, you said this before, so where's your receipts and your screenshots to back it up? And that's totally valid, but I'm going to let you guys know right now that I am not going to be including any in today's video. The real reason why I'm not including screenshots in today's video is because I don't have them. Whereas in these situations, for the ones that were real at least, I just wasn't sitting there taking photos of everything that was being said.
Well, of course you weren't taking any screenshots of this kind of evidence. You wouldn't want people knowing what you were doing with fans. Like, that sounds so bad when he says that out loud. Like, he probably wanted to phrase that a lot better, but honestly, when you hear that, he's literally saying, oh, I didn't take any pictures of it because why would I want people finding out this information? It is so clearly the fact that he obviously did do a lot of shady shit and he just isn't showing it.
There have been so many people too saying he just needs to give up and date a celebrity. Oh my god. The problem is,
I'd rather date a child. So I would go on more about the video and try to make this a bit longer, be more critical about it, but for the majority of the video, literally like the last half of it, it just turns into a regular old James Charles makeup video. He doesn't really do anything else. Literally, he could have ended it at around, what was it, 15 minutes in? I don't know. He could have ended it there and just had it at that. But no, for some reason he drags it out for 30 minutes and makes people think it's a really long-ass apology video, making up for everything that he's done, even though he does not deserve to be forgiven at all for being a filthy nonce. The rest of it is just regular old James Charles talking about whatever, and I don't care about it. I'm not watching all of that. And that's not an exaggeration. You can go look at it. All he talks about is it for just the first few minutes of the video, and then he just drags it out to make people think that it was a lot longer apology video than what it was. Do people not realize how scummy of a person that he is by doing this? You had some really serious shit come up against you, and I know a lot of it was fake. There was a lot of things being said, and many of them weren't legit, but there was some genuine ones. These things wouldn't have come out in the first place if it wasn't real. So if you're talking about this, make a video about it, and then maybe wait a while until you're forgiven, because you were forgiven. Obviously, so many of his delusional idiot fans forgave him for this behavior. It's going to take another 2 years if he could do something else like this. It's just going to be a pattern until someone decides to take his phone away from him and, burn him in an incinerator. But for now, he's just going to be living on the platform, making whatever he wants, and doing whatever he wants to, whoever he can find that will give him the time of day. And honestly, it's really sad that people like James Charles and Dream and anyone else gets a platform like this and, gets to be successful out of it when they are the most narcissistic, egotistical fucks anyone could lay their eyes on. So in conclusion, James Charles did not really apologize for this. He apologized for getting caught, and all he did was a lot of virtue signaling and victim blaming onto himself. I don't even think he really personally apologized to the people he affected in the video, which is hilarious. Honestly, that is so funny, the fact that he didn't do that. But you know what? What's the point? He's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it many times. So will so many content creators. This site has just become the worst thing in existence, and I don't blame people for when they shudder when they hear the word YouTuber or when they hear someone making a career out of YouTube. I don't blame them for shit like this. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I've really nothing else to say about this video. Just stop feeding into this manipulative behavior. Stop giving these people a platform. It will be a lot better if we just have more genuine people on it. But again, I'm spreading dead air. It's gonna be nothing like that, is it? It's great. It's great. I love this platform, man. But anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Be excellent to each other. Goodbye.